Hello everyone, my name is Oliver. First of all, I want to say thank you for clicking on this video and wanting to learn more about me. Let's start with a fun fact. My stage name is Revilo. Revilo is my name backwards. Now, today is July 1st at the time of this recording, and I've been wanting to do this video for a really long time now, but due to certain things, such as my computer hard drive crashing and moving into our new home, I've just finally gotten time to come around to it. The purpose of this video is to introduce who I am as Revilo, what you can expect from me, and create a more personal connection with you guys moving forward in my music career. I'm gonna do my best to keep this video as short as I can for you guys, but I have a lot that I wanna go over, so this first one will probably end up being the longest video that I make. A little about myself. I'm 31 years old. I was born in Budapest, Hungary, but I grew up here in San Diego, California. The electronic music scene has been an enormous part of my life ever since my dad took me to my first electronic music festival back in 2006, 15 years ago in Europe. Since then, I've attended almost all of the world's biggest festivals, from Sensation White in Amsterdam to Ultra Music Festival in multiple countries, all the way to Burning Man. However, I didn't start my music career until toward the end of 2018. Roughly around the same time, I was confirmed diagnosed with systemic mastocytosis, a rare, untreatable genetic blood disorder that I struggle living with every single day. However, the condition gave me the opportunity to follow my dream to become a DJ/music producer. I've spent every day that I can for the last almost 3 years working toward this goal. I started by finishing a music school over the first 2 years, where I completed a DJ course and Ableton production classes, all taught by professionals. And as funny as it sounds, I have received certificates that I am a trained DJ or music producer. So I have learned how to do these things properly. I then took what I learned from these professionals and made it my own, because everybody is different and has a unique style. So I had to find what works best for me and create my own style. Finally, after all this time, I feel confident enough to say that I truly believe if you are into the same kind of music that I'm into, you will enjoy listening to me perform. Well, you might be asking, then what is your style, Revilo? And that's what I want to touch on next. I happen to be someone who enjoys multiple different genres of electronic music, and something that I've been trying to perfect over time is to be able to play a variety of different genres in a single set while still maintaining a flow that goes uninterrupted. This might actually be a perfect opportunity to explain my logo design a little bit, because it represents me and my style. As you already know, Revilo is my name backwards. But what you can also see here in this logo when you look is many different colors, sort of melding together almost like a liquid. Well, on that note, I happen to be a very vibrant person. So one of the first things you will notice about me in person is that I like to wear a lot of colors, especially when I'm performing. And because I'm 6'8" and very tall, it stands out. But even more interesting than that, try to imagine that each and every color in my logo represents a different type of music genre. For example, the purples might be techno, the green is house, the yellow is tech house, blue is progressive. The point is that my job as Revilo, according to this logo, is blending these colors and musical genres together creatively into one fluid set performance. This has been something that I challenge myself with, because although it is easier to play a fluid set in just one or two genres, I like to create a story with how I build my sets and sort of take you on a journey or a roller coaster with a variety of styles and elements to keep things interesting and exciting the whole way through. Oftentimes, my sets have a very distinct beginning, middle, and end. And my sets may differ quite drastically depending on the venue and what time I'm playing, or if it's a holiday. I always take the time to research the venue ahead of time and get an idea of what the demographic is like and what kind of music they expect to hear. And then I try to pick songs that I like and can represent my style while also appealing to that specific audience in that moment. Of course, picking the right song and vibe is extremely important. However, for me personally, the art form lies within the transitions. One thing that may separate me from other DJs is the amount of time and effort that I spend making sure that each and every transition from one song to the next has a reason to be in my set. When I prepare my playlist for a show, I may listen and test out 30 different songs before picking the perfect one that I believe is the right choice to fit that moment in my set and help my creative story unfold. So when you're listening to one of my sets, you're not just getting to hear one great song after the next, but you're also getting to hear all of the hours of hard work, research, and effort that went on behind the scenes to bring you that performance and make sure that your experience is the best that I can deliver. Now that I've explained my style, you must really be wondering, but tell me, what kind of music do you play? Well, I think the easiest way to answer that would be to name off some of my favorite artists that you may hear songs from in my sets, such as Eric Pritz, Vintage Culture, Burko, Steve Darko, David Guetta, Lane 8, Chris Lake, Moonwalk, and Dirtybird, just to name a few. But the bottom line is that I like my music a little bit dirty, with a decent amount of low end and some good bass, but also something groovy and easy to dance to, or melodic and beautiful. I like epic build-ups and epic drops, but I want it to sound like music, not just loud noise, not too aggressive, just right. I know I mentioned that I like to play a lot of different genres in my sets. Some of the genres you can expect to hear would include tech house, techno, progressive house, bass house, Dirtybird, Brazilian bass, deep house, or even melodic house, just to give you some examples. And for those of you watching who know your BPMs, I like to mix between 122 and 128 BPM usually. Most of my music collection fits between 120 and 130. In fact, when it comes to music production, I like to produce at 125 BPM, which is right at the center of that. My first song that I produced and released last year is also 125. Speaking of music production, I wanted to touch on that subject just a little bit as well. While I did learn how to produce almost every single genre of electronic music in the Ableton course that I completed, and I am able to understand each of their technical formats, when I started to produce my own song, I decided that I am not going to follow any of those formats, and that I will instead use what I learned and try to create my own unique style or format of electronic music. Of course, this is a work in progress, and I need to finish producing more songs for this to come to fruition. But my goal is to create my own unique sound that hopefully doesn't resemble anything else that already exists in the industry too much, and one that you can all recognize as Revilo and enjoy listening to. Eventually, I want to be able to play an entire set using all of my own music that I've produced. Right now, at this moment, I only have one song released, but I have so much content that I'm working on and many more things I'm very excited about on the horizon that I can't wait to share with you guys. Speaking of content, one of the reasons that I'm making this video is because I haven't posted or uploaded a single set recording for about 8 months now. And I am literally sitting on so much amazing music that I want to share, going as far back as Halloween sets from last year. This video you are watching right now is going to be the first of many videos that I plan to use as a way to release new content and music to you guys in the near future. Starting this week, I plan to upload at least one set per week, accompanied by a brief video that will explain the background of the set recording, my thoughts on it from behind the scenes, and just to give an idea of what the general vibe is of what you'll be listening to. Hopefully, you'll find these videos interesting to watch, and knowing all the details will make listening to the sets even more enjoyable. I will continue to do this until all of my many set recordings are finally caught up and uploaded for your listening pleasure. And afterwards, I'm going to start a new project that I'm very excited to announce to you right now. Once we're all caught up together, I plan to start doing a live stream every 1 to 2 weeks that will consist of brand new music being released just those weeks. So it will be a great place for all of you to find some of the newest and best tracks that are being released every week and hear them in a mix. So with all that being said, if you've made it this far into my video and are still watching, I want to say thank you. I promise the future videos will be shorter. And as you can see, I have tons of content that's just waiting to be released. So please stay tuned. Now, I'm not the type of person that would ask for you to subscribe or follow, but I will at least say that if you've liked what you heard today and you think that you might want to listen to some of the music that I'll be sharing in the future, then the best way to get notified whenever I post something new that you might enjoy is by following or subscribing. That's just a fact. On a final note, I did want to say that I really appreciate your support and taking time to listen to me. I've been trying to do everything myself, and I'm learning the hard way that this industry can be extremely cutthroat and even shady at times, mixed with some fake people. So I just want to say that if you support me, you not only support just me, but you are also supporting the idea of following your dream and being genuine about it. I believe that the most important thing is to be real and be yourself and stay true to your own morals and values. My promise to you is that I will continue to keep putting my best forward, working hard to create something that can hopefully make you feel what so many other musical artists have made me feel before and inspired me to begin this lifelong journey. If I can reach even just one single person in a similar way with my music, that would prove all of it worthwhile. And maybe that person will be you. Well, that's going to be it for me, ladies and gentlemen. I know I covered a lot and possibly even forgot some things, but I think this is the end of my video. I want to say goodbye, but I do hope to see you again soon. Oh, and I almost forgot. This is Slothie. Slothie has become a staple to my live streams during COVID and has become quite popular. You can expect to see more of Slothie in the future as well. He loves music and he loves to dance. Wave goodbye to the camera, Slothie. Goodbye, everyone. Until next time.